The galaxy had thousands of advanced spaceships. Ships made from impossible materials. Ships powered by artificial stars. Ships that could cross thousands of light years in seconds. Every civilization was proud of their technology. Except humanity. Because humanity's most famous ship was considered outdated. The ship was called the Voyager. A simple exploration vessel. Old. Slow. Small. By galactic standards. It was nothing special. Alien civilizations laughed when they saw it. They called it a museum piece. A machine that belonged in history. Not space. The Galactic Engineering Tournament was the biggest event in the galaxy. Every civilization brought their greatest creation. The strongest battleships. The fastest explorers. The smartest artificial intelligence. The most advanced technology. And then, humanity arrived. With Voyager. The alien crowd laughed. A Killian engineer looked at the human ship. Is this a joke? The human captain smiled. No. This is our oldest active explorer. The alien engineer laughed. Oldest? You brought your weakest ship. The captain answered. No. We brought the one that never gave up. The tournament rules were simple. Each ship had to complete a dangerous journey through the dark zone. A region of space where thousands of ships had disappeared. The route was considered impossible. Most civilizations refused to even try. But the humans accepted. The alien ships launched first. Beautiful. Powerful. Fast. They crossed the starting point like flashes of light. The Voyager followed slowly. The aliens laughed again. Humanity will never catch up. But they didn't understand. The race was not about speed. Inside Voyager, the human crew remained calm. Captain Maya Reynolds watched the screens. A young officer asked, Captain, every other ship is ahead. Maya smiled. That's okay. The officer looked confused. Shouldn't we be worried? She shook her head. Fast ships win short races. But long journeys. They belong to survivors. Hours passed. The first alien ships reached the dark zone. Then the problems began. Their advanced systems failed. Their artificial intelligence became confused. Their energy systems couldn't handle the strange environment. One by one, the greatest ships in the galaxy disappeared. The alien observers panicked. What is happening? The dark zone is affecting their technology. Why is the human ship still moving? Nobody knew. Inside Voyager, the crew repaired small problems, adjusted old systems, changed manual settings. The ship was not perfect, but humans had designed it differently. It was built to survive, not to be impressive. The alien ship sent emergency signals. They were trapped. Their advanced technology had become useless. The galaxy watched as the old human ship turned around and went back. The aliens were shocked. Why are they returning? They can win the race. The answer came. Because humans don't leave people behind. Voyager entered the dangerous zone again. A ship that everyone called weak. Entered the place where the strongest ships had failed. The human captain opened communication. To all damaged vessels. We are coming. An alien commander replied. Human. You could win. Maya answered. We know. That's why we came back. The galaxy watched. And for the first time, they understood. The Voyager was never humanity's weakest ship. It was humanity's greatest example. Because it carried something no technology could create. Experience. But as Voyager moved deeper into the dark zone, the crew discovered something impossible. A signal. A signal older than any civilization in the galaxy. And it was coming from the center of the dark zone. The same place where every missing ship disappeared. Captain Maya looked at the screen. The message had only 3 words. Welcome back, humanity. Everyone froze. Because the signal was not from aliens. It was from humans. Ancient humans. A civilization that existed before recorded history. The message appeared again. Welcome back, humanity. Inside Voyager, nobody spoke. The crew stared at the screen. A human message. From the center of the dark zone. A place where no civilization had ever survived. Captain Maya Reynolds slowly approached the control panel. How old is this signal? The science officer checked the data. His face changed. Captain. This signal is older than human civilization. The room became silent. For centuries, humanity believed it was alone. They believed their journey into space began only recently. But Voyager had discovered something impossible. Humanity had been in space before. Much before. The alien ships that were rescued watched the human vessel. They expected answers. They expected advanced weapons. But instead, they discovered history. Voyager followed the signal deeper into the dark zone. The damaged alien ships followed. Not because they had to. Because they wanted to know the truth. After hours of travel, they found it. A massive structure hidden in space. A city. A station larger than any planet. Built by humans. Thousands of years ago. The alien commanders were speechless.
Impossible.
Humans did not have this technology. The human captain looked at the ancient station. We didn't remember. Inside the station, they found records, messages, stories, the truth about humanity's forgotten past. Thousands of years ago, humanity had reached the stars. They built colonies, explored galaxies, created incredible technology. But they discovered something dangerous. A threat moving across the universe. A force that destroyed civilizations. The ancient humans made a decision. They could fight. Or they could hide their knowledge and prepare future generations. They chose survival. They returned to Earth. They started again. They became explorers once more. The alien commanders finally understood. Humanity was not a young species. Humanity was a civilization that had fallen. And rebuilt itself. Again. And again. One alien commander looked at Voyager. The old ship. The simple design. He looked amazed. It was never outdated. Maya smiled.
No.
It was designed by people who knew something. What? That the future always changes. The ancient station contained one final message. A message left for humanity. The hologram appeared. An ancient human figure stood before them. If you are seeing this, then humanity has found the stars again. The message continued. Remember, technology can be lost. Cities can fall. Knowledge can disappear. But never lose your ability to explore. That is what makes you human. The aliens watched silently. The species they called primitive had survived the fall of an entire civilization. Not because they had the strongest weapons. Not because they had the fastest ships. Because they knew how to begin again. The Galactic Council later changed its records. The Voyager was no longer listed as an old human ship. It became known as the ship that remembered. Years later, young aliens traveled to Earth to learn from humanity. One student asked, "Why did humans keep an old ship when they could build something better?" The teacher smiled. Because humans don't only build machines. They build memories. The Voyager continued exploring the galaxy. Not as the fastest ship. Not as the strongest. But as a symbol. A reminder that even the smallest vessel can carry the biggest story. The galaxy finally learned the truth. Never judge a civilization by what it shows you today. Because behind humanity, there are thousands of years of survival. Thousands of years of discovery. Thousands of years of refusing to disappear. And that was humanity's greatest technology. The ability to start again. The end.